The Bizarre Show is proud to present this public service rebuttal.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Howard Plitkin, and I am the president of the largest television network in North America. Now, along with my colleagues, I was extremely disturbed by the recent accusations of rampant use of narcotics, especially cocaine, throughout the television industry. Now, we in the industry have spent over $10 million in the last 6 months investigating and cleaning up this problem. Now, believe me, please, it hurts. It hurts when stories are written. The television shows are created and purchased on the basis of which producer can supply the best cocaine. Now, that really hurts. It really does. Of course, there are always a few rotten apples that can spoil an entire lid. But please, 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 trust me when I say that there is no basis of truth in those inflammatory stories that have appeared in TV Guide and other magazines about dope in Hollywood. Now, that type of yellow journalism gets me so angry, it makes me want to snort. Spit. In conclusion, what you see on television are shows created by straight people, purchased by straight people, produced by straight people, and starring straight people. And I hope that this will put an end to those laughable, fallacious stories that almost destroyed our great television industry. Thank you very much. Someone please come out here and sniff up this mess.
Ladies and gentlemen, the star of Bizarre, John Biner.
Welcome to Bizarre. We have some great things lined up for you tonight. I'd like to stay and talk to you about them, but I've got to go over to a friend's house. I'll see you in a minute.
Honey, what are we going to do with Debbie? She just won't listen to me, and she's starting to get emotionally upset.
No, I know what you mean, darling. I tried talking to her, but it's like she's not even our daughter. We're the enemy, and she won't listen.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, I called up Thorny. Maybe he can help us. He said he'd be over in a couple minutes.
Oh, good.
Well, it's probably Thorny now. Well, hi, Thorny. How are you? Come on in. Sit down.
How are you?
Fine. Say, what's the problem? You sounded frantic on the phone.
Well, Thorny, you've been our neighbor for 15 years. You're a psychologist, you're my best friend, and you're a terrific guy.
Well, you're right so far.
Well, now, we've never asked anything of you, right?
Well, get to the point. Whatever you want, you've got it.
We're having a problem with our daughter, Debbie.
Little Debbie, a problem.
Well, let me get right to the point, Thorny. She thinks she needs to wear a bra. All her friends are wearing bras, and the peer pressure is starting to get to her.
I mean, no matter how much we try to tell that she's not ready, she just won't listen. We're the enemy.
And you know, kids, if one does it, they all have to do it. It's like a toy.
Listen, I'm a professional. Your problem is twofold. You're a mother, you're a father. I can handle it in a minute, you see? But we can't be blatant about this. Okay, we know she's got nothing to put in a bra. Yeah, but we have to go along with her. We have to kind of go along with it so as not to hurt her feelings, see? We have to treat this both psychologically and quietly.
Do you mean you'll help us out?
Of course.
Oh, great.
Thorny, you're a pal.
No problem.
Wonderful.
No problem.
Debbie, there's someone here to see you.
Hi, Mr. Thornton.
Hiya, koala!
Are you feeling all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I've been making a boo-boo. I mean, bye-bye. Let's get abreast of this. Sit down here. You're wonderful parents, and you seem to be having a little misunderstanding. You see...
Mr. Thorncliffe,
Yeah.
it's very simple.
Uh-huh.
My folks don't think I need a bra,
Uh-huh.
and I do.
Uh-huh.
What do you think?
Can't be right. It is, that's right. Oh, boy.
Well, what do you think?
Well, with the quick glance I had... You see, Debbie, you're starting to become... You're starting to become a woman. And remember, great oaks from little acorns grow. And my little acorn, you're starting to become a woman. But why don't you just be a little girl for a while longer? The future will catch up to you soon enough. Stay a little girl, okay? For a little while longer. Now go upstairs and put on an undershirt. Go play with your friends.
Aw, thank you, Mr. Thorncliffe. You make so much sense. You played that way before.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
Dad? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you were right.
Hey, Thorny, you're a genius. I guess it just took a professional to prove that we were right.
Hey, anytime. My time is your time. Remember, especially when it comes to your kids, call me. I'm a professional.
Well, Thorny, as long as you've got the time.
Yeah.
We are having a little problem with our son, Billy.
Yeah, little Billy a problem?
You see, now he's in Little League now,
Uh-huh.
and he feels he needs to wear a jockstrap.
Look, tear up my number, huh? I'm not your neighbor anymore. I'm a truck driver now, okay? I'm out there somewhere working on the road. No charge for my services. I'll just sell these little pictures of Debbie.
Look at my watch. Oh, your watch are broken. My watch are okay. Wrist broken. Get your what? Swallow! That's no perfect. I think that. Swat! 天你听着这辈子，那谁这辈子这孩子，手多啊！别打听，不牛啊！我瞅我查不动了，我打，我送你出去，毛豆，不动，我这个，
Sayonara. I breathe. I die. I breathe. I breathe. I breathe. I breathe. What I do? What I... Dear Mama.
Good evening. My name is Morley Wolfe, and welcome to Face the Press. Our panelists are Henry Wiggins, the distinguished editor of the Vatican Journal, Sidney Horowitz, editor-in-chief of the B'nai B'rith News, and Kenneth Fulford, managing editor of the Christian Herald magazine. Our guest this evening is Mr. Malcolm Cooper, press secretary to God. We'll begin the questioning with Mr. Wiggins, please.
Mr. Cooper, what does God like about man's progress?
God likes the work of the United Nations in promoting world harmony. He likes the work of the Environmental Protection Agency, and he likes Three's Company better without Suzanne Summers.
What doesn't God like?
Chuck Barris.
Mr. Cooper, I know God couldn't be with us today. Where is he?
I wouldn't be too sure about that. God is everywhere. He's in India, he's in Egypt, in China. He's in the minds and hearts of all of us.
But where is he physically?
In Montreal, watching Vince Ferragamo.
Mr. Cooper, my readers would be very curious to know what heaven is really like.
Very spacious, a vast cosmos stretching to eternity with very few people.
Could you be more specific?
Well, let me put it this way. We've got about 11 million square miles in heaven, and we only have one McDonald's.
Only one McDonald's?
Yes, but they have a key location. Instead of the pearly gate, St. Peter will now meet you at the golden arches.
Is there any crime in heaven?
Not usually. However, in the recent past, we managed to uncover a highly sophisticated group of extortionists.
And how did you get rid of them?
We sent them here to Earth and made them preachers on television.
If I may, sir, this is a very touchy question. God created man and God created woman. What about the homosexual?
Hey, man, don't look at me. I dress like this because I have to.
Why does God inflict so many disasters upon us?
Good question. God has a reason for everything. It is to remind us. He creates floods to remind us of greed. He creates earthquakes to remind us of jealousy. He creates fires to remind us of mistrust. And most of all, he creates midgets because they make him laugh.
Is God's nature basically forgiving?
Well, he allowed Bizarre to go on for a second season, didn't he?
Mr. Cooper, how did you get the job of press secretary to God?
Well, in a lot of professions like mine, I had to work my way up. You see, I started with Rabbi Gunther Perlstein. I was with him for 3 years. Then I was press secretary to Cardinal Weston for 5 years. Then I was with His Holiness the Pope for 2.5 years, and then I went to work for God.
We heard you worked for Fred Silverman.
No, I'm applying for that job. See, I do work my way up. One at a time.
Well, gentlemen, I'm afraid that's all the time we have. I'd like to thank our distinguished panel, of course, and our guest, Mr. Malcolm Cooper, for a most enlightening interview.
Are we off?
Well, yes, back to Bizarre. We're off, sir.
Thank God.
Oh, this could be the place. Flowers have a pretty face. You've heard of Zorro? I'm Floro. Oh, dear, oh. Hi, things. You like this?
Yes.
I call it flowers in a drawer. You like it?
Yeah.
How do you like flowers on the floor? You like that? Time for business. Time for business. What can I do for you?
Well, I phoned your establishment to send over a nice plant for my wife's birthday, but you sent me this thing.
Oh, look, it's got leaves already.
Well, my wife and I thought we could make it look a little better if we knew a little more about the proper care of the plant. For instance, how often should it be watered?
Never water. Hates water.
Oh, well, what about sunlight? Should it be in direct...
Does not like sunlight.
You mean an average, naturally lighted room is...
A closet, a cellar behind a stairway under a turtle. All perfect for the Ratsibelius. That's what this is, Ratsibelius.
What kind of plant food does this...
Doesn't need any food. No type of food whatsoever.
Oh, what about soil? What type of soil?
Doesn't need soil either. Clay pot, a rock, anything will do.
Gee, that's really something. And they really do well under these conditions?
Beautifully. This one won first prize at the flower show this year.
Well, what about all the beautiful blossoms and flowers?
Well, here, use some of this. This'll keep any of those buggers from happening.
This will work?
Yes, definitely.
This is ridiculous. Can I have my money back?
Oh, no, we don't give money back. We don't give money back, but I do have a plant you might like. We have a great new idea in plants. These are called Wee! It flies like a bird through the air. These are called celebrity plants. I think you're going to like celebrity plants. Coming up, this is called the Susan Semirelius.
Susan Semirelius?
Yes, Semirelius doesn't cost you a thing, and after 2 years, it'll cost you $150,000 a week.
Give me back my money.
Oh, come on with the give me back my money stuff. Hang in there, we got stuff. Here's a controversial plant. This is called Alexander Hageramus. But you have to be careful where you plant it. You know, you turn your back on it, it'll take over the entire garden.
Look, I don't want the Alexander Hageramus.
Well, neither did Reagan, so off you go, sweetie. Here we go. The Richard Doceramius. It has a permanent pucker and will kiss anything that moves.
John, I can't go on with this.
Go on with what?
We didn't rehearse these celebrity plants, and I don't know what you're doing. And frankly, I'm offended having to make fun of these people.
Don't pull this acting bullshit, Jack. I'm on a roll here. The audience is laughing. Here.
John, This is tasteless.
Your stupid outburst is going to start trouble here. I only got one more plan. It's called the Wandering Jew, and it should be arriving any minute. See what you did, Jack?
Okay. John, can we strike this, please?
Yeah.
Set.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why did you do that?
I have one more plan. If you like it.
What is it?
This is the Billy Carter plan.
Why would I like the Billy Carter plan?
Because when you water it, it waters you.
Oh.
See, I told you, it's starting already.
Okay, please strike it now. This kind of stuff is not good. It's offensive. This is the kind of stuff they do on Fridays and they do it on Saturday Night Live.
I thought we had a few laughs with it, though.
It doesn't work, though. It was a good
It was
stuff.
working, the people were laughing at
It
it.
wasn't working. That kind of stuff is tasteless.
Tasteless?
Right, that kind of stuff is not, we don't do that, Richard Dossaranian, that's correct.
Well, I apologize.
It's not funny.
I believe in taste.
You're the
good
one
quality
that, you're the
taste.
one that always says, hey, let's do tasty stuff. And so we all try to do tasty stuff,
Right.
and then you do something like that.
I apologize. I apologize to the audience. I apologize to you, okay?
Okay. Let's just try to keep taste in our show as much as possible.
All right, all right.
All right, go back in the dressing room and change for the next number.
What am I doing?
Put on the pink body stocking with the plunger on your head. You're going to play one of...
What? I forgot. What am I playing?
One of Dolly Parton's hits.
Before I say goodnight, last week we gave our most loyal fan, Eve, some flowers. This week we're going to give her a child.